Hello there all, Kate back here and welcome to this channel. This is part of the series of top 10 hikes in Switzerland, and today we are visiting a wonderful trail, Pizol 5 Lakes, and shortly after the intro we will start the hike. I'm very excited about today's hike. We're visiting one of the most beautiful hiking trails in Switzerland, and that certainly says a lot. So Pizzoli is a mountain in Glarus Alps in northeastern Switzerland, overlooking Wangs in the canton of St. Gallen. The height of it is about 3,000 meters above the sea level, the highest summit of a chain separating the valleys of Sees and Tamina rivers. One of my favorite hiking trails. Would be really interesting to know, what did you think about it? Please let me know in the comments below whether you liked the trail, whether you're planning to take it, if you took it already, what was your experience. You could take cable cars most of the way, but still you would need to hike a lot through the trail. Pizol 5 Lakes hiking trail is one of the most panoramic mountain hikes in Switzerland. As we said, the mountain path winds high above the trees through the ever-changing alpine landscape. The route is characterized by 5 crystal clear mountain lakes and unique view of the UNESCO World Heritage Site Sardona. The 5 Lakes hike is the high mountain hike. It is fairly difficult. There are 3 difficult ascents and descents. It is characterized by very rocky terrain. In the upper part of the route, I'll show it. So hiking boots, very good quality hiking boots are absolute must. If you don't have them, I would not recommend doing the hike at all, because it is very dangerous and you can easily twist your ankle or do something worse. And keep that in mind. Insurance in Switzerland, the base insurance doesn't cover transportation, so if you would have to be saved with a helicopter or something, rescued from the mountains, which is very common in Switzerland, you have to have special insurance for that. If you don't, the cost would run into thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in fact. So definitely recommend being careful about that. So what's particularly amazing about this hike? Obviously the views are stunning, the lakes are beautiful, but also you can see a lot of the wildlife. You can see many birds of prey, wild and domesticated goats, obviously cows. That's the part of every hike, I think. Here you can see a fairly nice path, sort of like walking in the park. Don't be fooled by that, it's going to change fairly soon and you'll see a truly rocky, difficult path that you're seeing right now. So that's the majority of the path, that's how it looks. That's why you need really good hiking boots. So now a little bit about the mountain itself. So Pizzol from Romansh language means high mountain. Well, makes sense, yes, 3,000 meters or so. But nowadays, fortunately, the moderate cable car, as we just saw, would take you to most of the heights of it. And then from there, you just have maybe about an hour and a half. Fairly difficult hike to the lakes, to the first lake that we went to. That was Wildsee Lake, and that's the lake that amazes everyone with its color. Each lake has its own color. I'll tell you more about the other lakes, but this particular one truly astonishes everyone with its very bright turquoise color. Obviously, color would depend on the weather. If you're in a clear weather like we were, sunny day would be very bright turquoise. If you are on a cloudy day, it could be dark blue, but regardless in what weather you'll be there, it's going to be gorgeous. Many people make a lunch break here, and that's a great place to do that. I would highly recommend bringing along a swimming suit if you're coming in summer, because a lot of lakes are suitable for swimming, in fact most of them, and I think there's nothing better than a swim in a mountain lake. It's actually remarkably warm for a mountain lake, so it would certainly be a waste not to bring a swimming suit along. Here, a small suggestion, a couple of tips here. This route is also special because there are no hotels or restaurants on top. So you have to bring everything with you, be it water, food, and you have to plan so you can get back down. For that, you absolutely have to check until what time the cable cars are running. It's usually until 4:35 to 5:30, depending on the time and the season, whole bunch of other things. So I would recommend being done with the whole hike by 4. That way you won't miss a single cable car and you will be able to go down. If you miss that, going down could be extremely dangerous in the dark and there's nowhere you could stay up. And in fact, wild camping is forbidden in Switzerland in most places, so that's not an option either. The swimming here is absolutely fantastic. A lot of people come here for, I don't know, for beach holidays, if I may say so. Swimming suit would be a must. An interesting aspect of the history of the area is that sadly on September 22nd, 2019, the funeral and mourning ceremony was held for Pizol Glacier. There used to be a glacier here, which has disappeared due to the rising temperatures. So global warming is a very real threat. And we can see it here in Switzerland as well. Sad aspects. So all of the lakes are stunning. They're all very different. They have different colors. The first lake you will see would be small Lake Wangen. It's deep blue-green. The second that we've seen, the most beautiful color, that would be Wildsee. Flows down from Pizol Glacier, what used to be the glacier. And it has this wonderful turquoise color. Then we have Schlotten Lake. It's milky blue. And then the darkest one is Schwarzsee. From German Schwarz is black lake. It's like really, really dark, sort of gray blackish color, but again, it depends on the weather that you'll be there in. In our particular case, I didn't follow my own advice and we actually stayed on the mountains a bit longer. So the end of the hike, we actually ran down pretty much to the cable car, which again is not the smartest thing to do. So I cannot stress it enough. Always, always, always check until what time the cable cars are running. Make sure that you are there well in advance, 10, 15, 20 minutes before closing, to make sure that you would make it, because we had to run, and running down the mountains with a rocky path is certainly not the safest thing to do, so I would recommend you with all my heart avoiding such dangers. And one more of the very, very important suggestions here, first of all, is the sun. Sun is very, very strong up in the mountains. There's much less protection from the atmosphere, therefore even on the cloudy day, even on a cold day, it doesn't matter, you can easily burn. So I would recommend using 50 or even above 50 sunscreen, otherwise you will get burned. As again, I didn't follow my own advice, I did get burned a little bit, so I would not recommend overlooking that. And in terms of saving money, definitely consider buying some sort of a pass. Try not to buy just single tickets and paying the full price. It's not the smartest thing to do in Switzerland. If you're staying for more than a week, might make sense to buy full coverage for a week, because cable cards and all of that is extremely expensive and can add up fairly quickly. So do the math, see what makes sense for you, but it's worth buying a pass or a halbtags, as they say. That would be half off. And that could also be an option of buying, so save the hard-earned money. But that would slowly, so now we finally made it to the cable car. It was fairly stressful, but we made it in one piece, all of us. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've learned something useful. I hope you'll be able to visit the hike. If you will, please let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to put the like, and see you soon.